Welcome to Foosball Radio. This episode of Foosball Radio is brought to you in part by 518 Prints. For all your custom foosball apparel and swag, 518prints.com. Represent.
My, how time flies. Here we are yet again for Foosball Radio's Month of More. I'm Tom Robinson with Chuck Dooley and Nino DeJean for the third part of the Ryan Moore interview. Now, during this episode, Ryan will share his viewpoint on the status of foosball as an Olympic sport.
The Olympics already has so many sports in it. What we have to wait for is, for one, a sport to be dropped off, and then two, for us to be the next in line to actually be the one to come in.
Celebrating the month of more. Following the chat, stay tuned as we reveal a very interesting bit of breaking news from the Ryan Moore camp. Foosball Radio, the ultimate foosball podcast, continues with part 3 of the interview with Ryan Moore after this.
Hi guys, I'm Ryan Moore, and I listen to Foosball Radio.
95% of success in life is showing up. But to be truly outstanding, you have to represent. Leave that to the pros at 518 Prints. Top-of-the-line printing for just about anything you can wear. Screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items designed to your specs. Leave your mark with 518 Prints, especially for your foosball jackets, tees, hats, bags, and more. Turnaround is rapid with the best quality material. Represent. Hit them up now at 518prints.com or visit the brand new store at 7th State Street in downtown Troy, New York. Telling the story of foosball, one player at a time. Foosball Radio.
Hey, you know, the other day I was just watching a video, doing a little research on you, Ryan, just taking a look at some of your playing, and I noticed you playing on a table I've never seen before, something called a Guardian. What was that like?
Yeah, so it was a brand new table. I actually really enjoyed it. One of the biggest struggles with getting a unified foosball table was trying to be able to cater to every single foosball table style. Yeah. And that was their goal. There was 2 goals they had. One was to create a unified table that eventually would be an Olympic, the official Olympic table. Got it. The other goal was to simplify the game to make it to where kids are able to be better, faster. So they adjusted the foot on the man was the biggest change, and they allows you for the game to be very grippy when it comes to toe shots. But yet on the face of the man, it has just vertical lines, which allows you to be able to shoot any kind of back pin or pull shot. Yeah. So whereas most other tables, it's like both sides have the same design or close to it. That's the one thing they did that was really nice. And I even when I was over there, I gave them some more advice to make it even simpler. I told them, since their goal was to go in China to come into 1,000 schools or something. Okay. And I told them, I said, listen guys, you want to make this even easier, and I showed them a couple ways to make it easier for kids to be able to just jump on there and be able to play. Yes. Because that's what's going to get kids in. If they get on there and they just get, they can't even learn how to control the ball, it's not fun. So yeah, that's what I told them. Yeah, it looked like a pretty cool table. And do you think they're a contender for the Olympics possibly? I mean, that's going to be probably more of an ITSF thing. The cool is you get the Chinese Federation. They're a pretty big power. Of course, right? And they got the government backing them. The government buying the tables. And picking schools. Okay.
What is your thoughts on that, Ryan? The Olympics in foosball. I mean, what do you think? Where's it going, and do you think it will ever happen?
So I'm pretty sure it's been recognized, Yvette. Is that how it works?
It has been recognized. It has been recognized, yes. Yeah,
it's been recognized, and essentially there's the few obstacles, which is a unified table, I'm pretty sure. And the other thing is there has to be so many countries that have X amount of male players and female players in order to be able to be qualified. Right. And I'm not sure the exact numbers by any means, but and I'm pretty sure we might even be there or close to it. Mm-hmm. And then the next obstacle is the fact that the Olympics already already has so many sports in it. What we have to wait for is, for one, a sport to be dropped off, and then two, for us to be the next in line to actually be the one to come in, because they can't just add everything. It'd be too much, and then they can't host the Olympics.
Well, I know a lot of that has to do with whoever the host country is. If the Olympics is in the United States gets to pick 2 events that weren't prior in the Olympics, and it's their choice, whatever 2 events they want.
Well, somewhere, I forget where I saw it on Facebook, but they were talking about 2 sports. What was it? I think it was poker, and I think
Pole dancing.
Poker and pole dancing.
Yes.
Was the 2 other sports they were considering. I was just like, wow,
Poker.
Yeah, poker. I mean, poker definitely has some skill to it, and as I learned a couple nights ago, it definitely has some luck to it. That's why I'm
Okay.
Well, at least you know who the winner is. I mean, with pole dancing, who decides who the winner is? I'd like to be a judge, though.
It should be a similar set. The same sex should be doing the judging. Is all I know.
Yeah, right.
It's opposite genders. Yeah.
So you're trying to follow in the footsteps of Billy Pappas going to the World Series of Poker? Is that something that you have in mind?
Well, if I can somehow outdraw people, I'm gonna be doing just like him.
Yeah. and then also.
It's the way it works. No, I'm definitely not by any means trying to play poker professionally. It's more of a hobbyist. The one thing that I am really good at, that I've picked up just from general foosball and life, is understanding people and how they're feeling, and usually they're how good their hand is.
Right.
That's where
reading your opponent for sure.
Yeah, and that's kind of thing. Seeing when people are trying to act and stuff, I'm pretty good at that, and that's why I do like it, because I like to be right.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, nobody likes to be wrong.
Especially in foosball. So I also have to ask you about your new look. There's something that could you expand upon your new look and what's going on with that?
I was slowly but surely fading away in the front of my my region. And I looked at Yvette one day and I was like, what, I'm just going to shave it all off. She's like, yeah, you should do it. And a couple days went by. She came up to me and she's like, when are you going to do it? And I'm just like, I don't really know. Whatever. And, it's a lot, dude. I feel like this. I just recently, for my birthday, she made me jump out of a plane.
Really?
Nice.
I told her I did not want to do, I did not
Did
want
she
to
give
jump
you a
out
shoot?
of a plane. Yes, it actually came with the parachute. It was pretty cool. So I did not want to jump out of. I told her like, I don't know, 6 months before, I was like, I don't want to jump out of. I don't want to go skydiving until I'm at least 30. And she's like, why? And I was like, because I want to live to be 30.
Yeah.
And she somehow mistakenly changed that, and she said, oh, I thought you said you wanted to jump out of a plane before we were going to have kids. And I'm like, well, no. So for my birthday, she's just like, come on, we're going somewhere. And we just rented this really nice car and everything. And I'm driving. All of a sudden, we're pulling up to an airport. And I'm just like, no. We just had this conversation. And I was like, maybe she's going to take me for some kind of like exotic car driving experience, or
cool,
maybe a helicopter ride. And we pull up to like the building, and there's helicopters all around. I'm like, okay, it's going to be a helicopter ride. And she's like, do you know where we're at? In the back of my head, though, I knew there was still a chance this sucker could be we're down in Miami. I mean, so I'm like, and then she's like, look at the building. I turn around, see skydiving. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Man.
We just had this conversation.
Man.
And at least you survived it.
She booked me to go skydiving, and she didn't book herself to go with me. I said,
That's hilarious. That's funny. And you did it.
I did it. We jumped out. And where this is going is me shaving my head. I was more nervous about that than probably skydiving.
Okay. I get that.
It's just a weird thing. You never shaved your head before. You don't know what you're going to look like.
Right. What's underneath there?
So I ended up, having a couple cocktails and some glasses of wine. And she's like, we're shaving your head tonight. And I said, all right, screw it. We're going to do it. And I said, I'm going to be in the right mindset to do it as well. So I embraced it. She's like, what kind of music do you want to listen to? I was like, The Final Countdown.
Love it. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. You got to be inspired.
Yeah, so no, I whacked it all off real quick, and then now I'm letting it grow back, and I'm just gonna figure out what I want to do, whether whack it off or let it grow back or what.
So what's it doing for your game? Anything for your game, or is it?
No, nothing for foosball yet, but I learned that I can run a lot faster barefooted and swim a lot faster.
Nice.
Yeah, streamlined. Yeah, that makes sense. So the other thing that we definitely want to touch base with you on is this venture that you've been involved with called Foose Gear. What can you tell us about that, and how did it come about?
For a while, I've been noticing that there was a need for this in the game. There is foosball sites out there, but they specialize in parts and stuff, but
yes,
there's so much more of the game that even we haven't released yet that it was missing. And one was that's a portal to be able to get some kind of certified lessons from somebody that's a pro.
Yeah.
The other side of thing is, what about all the ancillary items that are in foosball that there's no place to go get those?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's kind of broken apart a little bit in this industry because it's so niche, and it feels like, I guess, maybe a lot of people were competing. And so our goal was kind of to just ball it all in one and bring everyone together and try to increase everyone's revenue stream off of having one general site for, somebody to come on there. They can now somebody can buy all their parts, their wraps, and a couple shirts, and they only pay one-time shipping. They don't pay $8 shipping for each of their items that they're buying. So it ends up making it cheaper to the consumer to have everything all in one spot. And the other side of it is the Foose Gear, the actual gear in itself. Creating T-shirts. Like, there's been several people throughout the history of foosball that's had like on-site pressing and stuff like that, like really cool designs, and they press you a shirt and you walk away with a brand new shirt customized exactly how they did it. One guy did it only a couple tournaments. And I was like, where did he go? He had to have made money. I said, there's a business behind this.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we launched that side of it. So we've got the parts, the accessories, we've got the actual shirts online and everything now. The next two things, which is some of the biggest and the most complicated things to actually have come on, is the foosball lessons, which is going to be mostly online and can also be where you reserve so many spots per tournament if the promo will be there. And then the other one is Foosball Analytics, which that gets really deep, and that gets more into like finding out you. Like, it can help you figure yourself out a little bit and going, oh, so that's what I did, and that's why this guy beats me. And
I like that.
And I did it on paper when I was up and coming. When I was like 16, 17, I actually got on paper, and all the top guys, I studied their game, and all I did was just write down what they did every single transaction in the game. And what it allowed me to do is it allowed me to see a pattern, and it allowed me to see tendencies, and it allowed me to understand the person a little bit. And I would write down like mental notes, like how he was angry, so he was aggressively doing this, and stuff like that. And it allowed me, as soon as I would pinpoint it, and then I would watch a video of me playing them afterwards after I've seen that information, like I can see where I even win or lose, like how it helped and where I messed up. And then there's also variables. Obviously, people change in the middle of the flash, but they still have that same tendency.
Yeah.
It's very hard to break away from something you've been doing your whole life.
Right.
So and only the best can really do that. So the analytics is going to be very deep, very detailed, and that's what's taken so long for it to come on, is I want to make sure that everybody's getting the bang for the buck, because it's not going to be cheap. It takes hours of my time, or Iveta's time, to be able to get in there and actually calculate everything and then give you a full-on report of your tendencies and maybe what you can work on to be more diverse and understand the game a little better.
Right. And it goes beyond, let's say, like golf swing analytics. When you have a video taken of your golf swing, it goes way beyond that. That's pretty intense.
This is more of the mental side of the game. You're not going to give somebody that's just starting the game foosball analytics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is the mental coach in a form of formula, and it's not going to be the person when. This will all be in there where they win poolside 33% of the time. That's all going to be in there, but that information's already been done. Everybody has that. Clay's he's done an amazing job. Clay, he's got him and Jim Stevens paired up, and now you can see your stats at the end, your scoring percentage.
That's phenomenal.
And it's fantastic.
Sure.
And it's great information. It's like, holy crap, I just got blocked 88%. How is that even possible? And you can see how it's possible. So that's really cool, because that gives you a match breakdown. What it doesn't do is it doesn't tell you why you won or why you lost.
Right. Exactly.
And you can kind of take that information and go, I lost because I didn't score. Okay, well,
gee.
why didn't score?
Yeah, right.
Why didn't you get the ball? Why didn't this happen?
That's what that is going to do, and I really just want to perfect it. There's a lot of moving parts. It is a program that has to be completely built out, and we're trying to simplify it and make sure that it comes out, the report comes out perfect, so that people are like, holy crap. Like,
yeah.
They can already be impressed by it, but we want it to be a little better.
Well, keep us up to date on that, because we'd like to have a further conversation once it becomes a reality, when it's out there for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
How does somebody get a hold of Foose Gears? Do you have a website?
Yeah, it's foosgear.com. Not much easier than that, man. So
that's easy enough.
Yeah.
Gear.com, and we got support is me and Iveta. It's funny, man. I think we got some of the best customer support ever. When somebody emails us, it doesn't matter if it's 2 a.m. We email them back. So.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, we got two of us on that. So we also have a little link when you go on a screen where it's a little Facebook icon messenger, and you can literally just click on it, and it takes straight from your Facebook to our Facebook and messages us, and so you don't even have to write a whole email to us, So
nice.
Pretty simplified. If it's a matter that needs to be discussed verbally, you can also just drop your phone number on that message, and we have your phone number and say, hey, shoot me a call. I want to discuss a shirt that I want to make, and we call you. It's super simple and not a whole lot to it, man. It's just we can cater to just about anything. We can make just about any shirt. You can send us a design, we can make it. We've done bulk orders already of 15 and 20 shirts. We got a couple bulk orders. So Mid-South Foosball just put in an order with us. So their shirt came out pretty awesome, and yeah, man, we're doing it.
Awesome.
Great. This has a great win-win situation. Not only is it great for the Foos industry, of course, promoting the sport, but keeps both of you out of trouble.
I don't know. Does it do that, Ryan?
It doesn't sound like you guys sleep, so I don't know.
Yeah, right?
Oh, we definitely sleep, man. It's been a very great last week. We've gotten a lot of sleep. So
first of all, Ryan, I want to thank you so much for spending so much time and being so candid with us today on Foosball Radio. We really enjoyed talking to you, and by all means, anytime we have an opportunity to perhaps even get together live and talk, we'd love to invite you back.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm here, man. So
and
awesome.
And keep us up to date as how things are going, especially with Foose Gear and that kind of thing.
Yeah. No, we're definitely going to do that, man. We can get it all figured out. We'll do it.
Wow. Nino, Chuck, and I cannot properly express our gratitude to both Ryan and Iveta for their generosity and time to make this a memorable Foosball Radio episode. Now, we do want to share with you some breaking news. Just recently, Iveta and Ryan disclosed they will be adding a potential new player to the foosball world. Yes, they are expecting their first child. This is spectacular news. Congratulations to Iveta and Ryan. Now, we here at Foosball Radio are busy giving birth to our next episode.
I had some things happen that really helped. I drew a guy in the draw, and we lost first round, and there was like 200 and some teams.
Wow.
No kidding.
We ended up winning.
Just around the corner, Chuck, Nino, and I sit down with one of the most successful foosball pros in the history of the sport, Todd Lafredo. Meanwhile, we are also celebrating the New York City premiere of the Joe Heslinga documentary film, Foosballers. Join us at the Scandinavia House, Park Avenue in New York City, June 4th at 7 p.m. This is all part of the opening night for the Kicking and Screening Soccer Film Festival. Tony Sprademan, Todd Lafredo, and Rob Morris will all be there, along with movie director Joe Heslinga. Tickets may still be available at kickingandscreening.com. That's kickingandscreening.com. Just enter the code Foosball Radio 19 to receive a 20% discount. Hope you can join us. As usual, we are always eager to hear from you. Drop us a line about anything, anytime at info@foosballradio.com. Our sincere thanks go out to our online guru and graphic art genius, Eric Cicino from SolarGravity.com. I'm Tom Robinson. On behalf of the entire Foosball Radio team, thank you for listening. We'll see you on the table.
Foosball Radio was brought to you in part by 518 Prints. For all your custom foosball apparel and swag, 518prints.com. Represent.